have no idea what's going on here. Why do I have over 1,000 viewers in here? Like, the hell is it? They thought this was the official channel? How? Okay, well, I'll take advantage of this, I guess. If you haven't noticed already, I'm pretty sure a lot of people will will tell from me speaking English. This is not the official channel, all right? This is there will be no broadcast for this. There's a video coming out within the next 30 less than 30 minutes, 15 minutes. And that's going to be the devlog. There is no live stream for the official channel. So I'm not sure if the people, if anyone is Korean or Japanese and can speak English, can understand this, can you translate it to your native language so the other people in here will know what's really going on? That would be great if anyone would help out there. Isn't Arknights Chinese? Yeah, but we have a lot of Japanese and Korean administrators in here thinking that this is the official channel, and it's not. You're going viral for the funniest reason. This is great. Yeah, it's a misunderstanding. For anyone Chinese, I don't plan to translate. Oh man. So some people know. Yeah, some people know. If everyone in Japan, this is not official. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Scribbling Architect, thank you so much. When is it starting? It should be starting in like less than 15 minutes. It's not going to be a live stream. There is no live stream for this. Like the actual let me pull up the announcement so this just makes this a little easier. All right, first off, I'm about to scare all of y'all. Y'all gonna see a black man just pop up. that's if that's not confirmation, I don't know what is. And yeah, this there is no live stream for this. All right. There is no live stream for this. I'm about to scare everybody. Whoa. Yeah, yeah. It's there is no live stream for this. All right. I'm just a normal content creator, just here excited for the same thing you guys are excited for. Okay. Yeah, look at them numbers drop. There we go. There we go. That's normal. There we go. This is so funny. Yeah, rip. Well, if I would have seen this earlier, just stream the whole thing. I'm gonna stream it. Yeah, I'm gonna stream it and then I'm gonna play the game a little bit. You scared them? Hey, look, it was never my intention to deceive people. I figured people would notice on the icon it says chaotic, and then in nowhere on my screen it says anything Arknights Endfield. So I just figured people would realize it. But hey, it's fine. 800 people is crazy. Look, over 100 people is crazy. Over 100 people is crazy. Black man jump scare is extremely effective. But it does say Gryphline. The official channel doesn't say Gryphline. The official channel doesn't say Gryphline on it. But yeah, I'm glad people are it's normalizing itself. That's a little too much pressure for me. I don't need all that. Uh if you it that's crazy. Yeah, it doesn't say Gryphline. It says Gryphline in the link. It doesn't say Gryphline anywhere here. So, are you associated or greenlighted by Gryphline though? I am not official by any means. I don't work for Gryphline, no. I'm just a player who celebrates Gryphline games. This entire channel is catered towards Gryphline and Hypergryph. That is why the Gryphline tag is there. But probably after this, I might change that. Yeah, because I do not want people to I don't want people to think that I'm official when I'm not. I might change it after that, to be honest. All right, let me turn the music back on. You know, we kind of derailed because I was kind of like wondering what the hell was going on. How's everyone doing? I like the black man's accent. So we have the channel up for when they finally release the video. So that's gonna be cool. But what's up, everyone? How's everyone doing today? For all the new people, my name's Chaotik. I am a Gryphline content creator. I focus on Arknights Endfield, as well as other games coming from Gryphline. They have a few of them. They've already confirmed that some other Arknights universe games are coming. I just want to be prepared for that, and that's what the channel was made for. So, yeah. I wish I could find my glasses. There we go. You seem like a fun person. I can be toxic sometimes. I can be toxic sometimes. I have my moments. Could just beat Resident Evil Requiem. I haven't bought it yet because, fun fact, I'm going to be moving soon. I've just been preparing for that, which is why I didn't stream yesterday for my Arknight story stream. My guy doesn't sound black. How do you sound black? What is your rating on Tangtang? I gotta see how she plays first. I just ulted. Not even a live stream? No, there's no live stream for this. It's a video coming out. They've specified this right here. This episode of Arknights Endfield Devlog program will be presented in video format, not a live stream. Administrators are welcome to tune in. Yeah, so hopefully you guys are cool with that. If you expected something official, I understand. Now I understand what's going on, and I apologize if I misled anyone. You know what I mean? So I will adjust my channel to make sure that this does not happen again. All right. Where's the hood accent? Damn. I've been reduced to that. I've been reduced to that. Damn, I need a hood accent. That's crazy. That's crazy. It's okay, dude. We can watch some gameplay. Yeah, I mean, it is past 4, isn't it? I only got 102 because I did use up my stamina. This episode of Arknights Devlog, don't post that because people, there may still be people in here that think this is official and probably don't understand English. So it's like I want to. I don't know. There's only so much I can do. I gotta make this look as unofficial as possible to so people don't think this is official. All right. Broadcast is in Discord, no? I don't know. Hello, Mr. Chaotic. Hello.
Open it when you're back at your place.
And I guess
definitely gonna like it.
I guess this is probably the perfect time. Come on, Yvonne. Yeah, I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna change it after the stream. I didn't realize it was much of an issue, but in my mind, I thought people would see Chaotic Gryphline and think, you know, it was it would be like, okay, yeah, he just has Gryphline in his name. He likes Gryphline shit. Nah, I guess that's not a thing. I'm going to correct that as soon as I get off. Who's my favorite operator so far? So far, I would have to say is Levitane. It's in terms of playability. Where is she?
I hate fools who like to micromanage.
But in terms of likability,
Ciao. Wanna head out for a walk? The colors of the sky look absolutely fabulous today.
we all love Gilberta here. All right. We all love Gilberta here. Gilberta, happy go lucky. I like happy go lucky. Angelina, yeah, we should be calling her Angelina instead, but they're not the same character. Okay, let me go ahead and just waste my stamina real quick. I just need materials, so. I'm gonna do experience this time.
Whatever comes next.
Reconveners, that's why, yeah. I'm actually just looking forward to, I'm looking forward to seeing where they take the reconveners thing, because they can't overdo the reconveners thing, because that's going to confuse a lot of players who come in later too. They need to have new original characters in this game. But I'm cool with the reconveners thing. They just can't overdo it, right?
We're going head to head. Execute plan A. Wow, you can actually see that. Let the hunt ride. Watch it, don't get hurt.
I just canceled my ability and wasted my SP. And
Next up is AAR.
the broadcast in Discord started. What? Not gonna lie, Levitane has sick. Yeah, she's cool as hell. She's a really fun character. She's a really fun character. She's just really fast paced. Oh, Bombfrost was messaging me too. Oh, I see Bombfrost. I see. Okay, thank you. Oh, they're doing a stage for this as well, and there's 636 people. Let me see. Okay, so it's not actually. Ah, man, I don't want to bring up my Discord. Hold on a second. Let me pull up my Discord. I gotta make sure no messages or nothing are up. Yeah, so I'm not sure if this is an actual like. Okay. Okay, let's go back to this for a little bit. Why Discord is so unorthodox? I don't know. I think that was just someone like streaming it and waiting for it to go live. Probably also thinking it's a live stream as well, but it's I don't know. A lot of people seem to think this is a live stream, and it's literally on the page, but I don't expect everyone to have a Twitter, so I guess it just kind of makes sense that some people don't really know. Yeah, 2 minutes for everyone. It's supposed to already. Supposed to be going live now, but there we go. All right, let's do this. All right, guys. So I can close my Discord. All right. So we have a live devlog to showcase what's coming next, as well as some optimizations coming for Arknights Endfield. We're crossing our fingers to see the new character. We all know it's Tangtang already, but we are. Can one of my mods put it in the Discord for the people who just want to watch the video? Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and watch this. See what they are cooking up over there at Hypergriff. Let's get it popping.
各位管理员们好，我是《明日方舟周末地》的游戏制作人海毛肉和物。此时此刻，就在我们录制的当下，回望《明日方舟周末地》的正式公测呢，已经过去半个多月了。在这段时间里啊，我们感受到了全世界管理员们的认可和喜爱。《明日方舟周末地》的全球游玩人数、在线时长和活跃度呢，都远远超出了我们之前的预期。那也很荣幸能在这里和大家分享这份喜悦，也请允许我向你们说一声感谢。
Oh, I thought he was going to check actual numbers.
是我们持续创造塔维尔的意义。当然啊，期待也是一体两面的。那我们也明白啊，我们的作品还远远不能满足大家的期待。但管理员们的热情坚定了我们持续打磨周末地的决心。在这段时间里啊，我们持续阅读、整理并讨论管理们留下的体验意见。这些反馈啊，也为后续的开发提供了清晰方向。 那即使是现在，我们的开发组成员们也没有停下，一边投入了收集、分析各种现有数据，推进优化，力求为各位管理员带来更优质的游戏体验。所以啊，这次我们也想用这样一种特殊的节目形式，和各位管理员们聊一聊一些即将落地的优化细节，以及即将到来的新版本内容，还有未来的制作方向。那这次优化覆盖范围很广。 从干员养成、资源获取到战斗交互、系统迭代，那我们从多个模块重新审视。接下来我们会先从各位管理员最关心的，也是最直接影响体验的部分开始介绍。那比如在研发通讯中啊，我们提到研获取到战斗交互。
Adding a beginner's charted tribute event that provides chartered headhunting permits, adding more sources for basic headhunting permits, received AIC quota when recruiting 4, 5, and 6-star operators for the first time, simplified the process of AIC quota conversion after raising Valley 4 Origin load spring stock redistribution system to level 4. A Valley multi-line engraving kit can be purchased with stock
保护
builds.
系统迭代。那我们从多个模块
Optimizing visual cues and effects that appear when enemies are about to attack. Players can challenge certain protocol spaces with fully independent team statuses. Starting every attempt with maximum HP and energy. That's something we
重新
definitely
审
need.
视。接下来我们会先从各位管理员最关心的，也是最直接影响体验的部分。
Allowing AIC facility construction outside of core AIC area. Optimizing facility placement, description, and tips. Optimizing the management of shared facilities so that they can be deleted at the map screen. Okay. Optimizing the UI to better distinguish shared facilities from from those built by players. Okay, so we're gonna come back to this after this is over.
开始介绍。那比如在研发通讯中啊，我们提到过，我们进行了系列调整，希望
Yeah,
能为
because there's a
管理员
lot of
们减轻负
optimizations
担，
here, and
改
we
善
can
体
definitely
验。
talk about
首先
these.
是资源获取与干员养成的优化，我们会投入更多的养成支持，帮助管理员们顺畅地搭建新队伍。在完成主线第一章特定
Okay, so this is the first thing that they mention: adding the beginner's chartered tribute event that provides chartered headhunting permits. So each one of these provide 2.
进度后啊，管理员将可以通过新增的新手任务奖励，累计获得10张特许寻访凭证。已经达成这些进程的管理员们，则可以直接进入活动界面领取了。同时啊，基础寻访凭证的获取途径也进一步增加了。从本次新版本开始，管理员可以通过提升协议通行证等级的方式，周期性的稳定获取基础寻访凭证。在地区物资调度和10项悬疑玩法的更新中啊，也将追加更多可兑换的基础寻访凭证。那这里啊，也和大家做个小小的提醒：0号委托版本末的清波江起签到活动即将开始，管理员们也请记得参与签到，获取基础寻访凭证以及千年玉奖励啊。那我们呢，也对几成配额的获取途径进行了补充增加。当管理员们首次获得4星。
Oh, they're giving more quota
5
for.
星或6星干员时，将额外获得对应的集成
Okay,
配额。
I understand it now.
对于已经完成首次获取的情况呢，我们也会在新版本开解后，统一通过邮件补发对应的配额。集成配额的转换流程呢，也会进行简化。
They're gonna send us the
当
makeup
持有的
quotas
干员信
too.
物多于提升该干员至满潜时所需的数量时呢，可以一键完成溢出信物的配额转换。同时，提升潜能用的信物呢，也将会被自动保留。管理员们可以简单快速的使用配额去兑换各种物资和奖励了。另外，当4号谷地矿脉园区的物资调度系统升至4级以后啊，会新增一个可用调度券购买的谷地多横刻写箱。管理员使用后啊，可以获得包含3条自定义属性的机制，也就是能够直接获取完美匹配管理员
Oh
想要
my
的武器的机制
god.
按需去打造更合适的武器配置。在后续版本中啊，我们也计划在武林地区的部分物资调度系统中进行投放。在交互与易用性方面，我们以各位管理员的反馈为基础，围绕引导、界面、手柄体验、资源收取等方面进行了一系列优化。我们希望之后的管理员接取任务、推进流程时，将会迎来更好的体验。首先是活动任务的引导，我们为部分会解锁探索区域的任务呢，添加了新区域任务角标进行提示，便于管理员们清晰顺畅的接取推进，以解锁新区域。帮助管理员们接取各类任务的行动手册也将同步优化。例如，管理员遇到要去履历墙的位置，可以通过地图标记快速定位。其中还有些任务是需要管理员通过赠送干员礼物去完成。那现在啊，可以免去购买，直接通过推进主线获取礼物，用于赠送干员，更顺畅地完成相关任务。那后续活动中啊，我们也会提供更完整的指引和引导。针对部分剧情演出啊，跳过功能本身也进行了优化，部分剧情对话触发时可立即跳过。类似的，10项悬疑玩法中啊，进入挑战时的场景镜头呢，
they're cutting off the beginning
能够让
cutscene
大
because
家
it takes
尽
too
快
long.
投
Yeah.
入到探索之中。在探索体验中啊，武器潜能的升级与机制界面将直接可以查看武器技能详情，地图上也可以直接看到珍贵采集点和矿点的剩余材料数量了，并为未插矿机或未正常开采的矿点呢，也增加了提示标志，方便管理员们查看。以及管理员们前往好友的地将号探索结束，或者是倒卖物资后啊，也可以直接被传送回原位置，不会被统一传送到自己的地将号上了，方便管理员们的行动。 我们还优化了管理员们的种植体验。那现在管理员和队友的操作所需时间都进行了缩减，更加方便了。同时啊，我们也关注到不少管理员反馈的问题，对于红点的提示与邮箱领取
Optimizing the appearance of the dots.
逻辑进行了优化。当前已不会再出现因为背包容量限制而无法领取奖励情况了。暂时无法领取的珍贵采集物呢，也会直接进入邮箱暂存区，领取后呢，直接存入仓库。那这里啊，也提前和大家分享几项将在不远的版本中上线的交互与减负优化。那我们将增加回收站的一键领取和总控台的快速操作功能。当回收站升至4级之后啊，管理员可以实现远程收取资源，大大方便管理员们行动。那在递降号的总控台啊，管理员也可以快速安排干员从事生产活动。一键收取线索和各类资源。这里啊，还需要和各位管理员额外说明，目前啊，我们的递降号和各个房间暂时不会开放更高等级的升级，所以对于已经将递降号和现在的房间升至最高等级的管理员们，那即使啊回收站的远程收取功能还没有时装，那各位管理员啊也不用担心未来需要升级而去囤积大量航天材料了，不用每天花费额外时间去回收站收取了。那我们还将新增手柄按键自定义功能，支持管理员们根据自己的习惯来进行手柄键位的设置。那在战斗方面，我们优化了敌人发起攻击后的。
They're making it a little bit easier to see. Okay, so if you can, just in case you guys can't see that, they just added some extra rings, and then there's a brighter star there.
红光提示效果，现在红光提示效果在大多数情况下都更为显眼了，且不容易被其他特效所掩盖。希望能够帮助管理员更快地识别危险。另外，我们优化了各种副本的挑战逻辑，在管理员挑战协议空间、微镜在线、微镜预演等副本时呢，编队干员将以独立的满生命值、满终结技能量的状态进入副本，助力管理员们更加轻松地完成挑战。那离开副本时啊，编队干员都会恢复到原有的状态，与副本内的状态各自独立，互不影响，管理员可以放心尽情地战斗了。那最后是即时攻略方面，我们也开展了全方位的优化。首先是一项非常关键的功能，管理员们现在可以在集成核心区域之外就可以制造设备了。我相信这一定能大大提升大家的游玩体验。那不仅制造设备更加便捷，放置设备的描述显示也将更新。那现在啊，放置设备时，如果该设备达到该区域上限而无法放置时呢，也会更加明确的提示给各位管理员是哪种设备达到了上限。我们重新梳理了共享设备的展示与管理方式，管理员可以通过 UI 样式直接区分自建设备与他人共享的设备，比如自建的滑索与共享滑索也有了区分。现在也可以在地图界面直接删除其他人的共享设备了，让管理员更加方便的管理各类设备。对于俯瞰模式啊，我们也做了进一步的调优。PC 端可以通过设置选择在俯瞰模式下使用 ESC 按键或者 Caps Lock 按键退出。这个模式下最大的可见范围也得到了扩展。同时啊，我们也新增了手柄端长按可以开始移动的功能。那管理员们俗称的拉电线的环节啊，也将得到优化。此前啊，当中继器的电力运输距离超过80米时，会在超过10米及90米时呢提示距离过远，强制中断连接。那现在啊，我们将这个缓冲距离增加至20米，即100米以内啊，管理员都可以在电力连接的状态下移动调整连接设备，而且啊，电力一旦开始运输，也不会因为进入剧情对话而被打断了。希望这些都能够帮助管理员更好的去完成电力的部署。同时，我们还增加了在滑索悬停时可以显示小地图和打开大地图的功能，便于管理员们查看正在前进的方向，加强探索指引。另外啊，相信管理员们也遇到过一键存放盛装液体的瓶子非常不方便的问题，我们调整了存放的逻辑。那现在啊，盛装液体的瓶子不会被背包和仓库一键收取了，管理员们可以放心的勾选一键存放的各种选项，不用担心以后装着吸氧液体的瓶子呢不小心被放在仓库里了。那模拟空间啊也新增了手动完成模拟的相关时刻章，管理员们可以安需收集展示。非常感谢各位管理员对明日方舟周末地的支持，大家的热情啊让我们备受鼓舞。我们有信心通过长线的调优和新内容制作，为大家提供更优质的游戏体验。 塔威尔的探索版图仍在延展，就像刚才提到的一样，我们开发组成员一边在持续优化，一边在筹备后续多个新版本的内容的开发。我们将在本次日志的后续环节和大家一起展望之后的旅
The
程。
journey ahead.
那接下来，先请管理员跟随我们，放眼即将到来的新版本吧。
Here we go.
Why isn't Tangtang here yet?
I'm afraid a Dark Mask card won't work this time.
Maybe everyone thinks I'm a troll cat being a chief, but I'm not quitting this easily. No matter what the truth may be, I, Dark Mask of Chimbo Stockade and occupant of the third seat, shall stand with my chief.
Oh, they're doing this just like the Arknights ones, bro.
The name of the pack will echo across the land.
They're doing it.
The blade is me!
Oh, she's.
No worries, I'll cover you.
A caster.
Finished with the fight!
Okay. Okay. So we're getting both of them at the same time. Ah, these are the arts that we get. Okay, so this is for Tangtang. Of course, for Rossi. Oh, new weapons for Protocol Bat. New gear pieces, okay. New monumental, okay. I saw the birds there. That's space salvage. Okay, so they're expanding upon Wu Ling. Okay, we get new updates to the AIC plan as well. The Red Rocks. I think the Red Rocks were in the beta too. Supply event, exploration day. Do we provide items? Survival training challenge event. Huh? Okay, so now he's gonna talk about it. Okay, let's do this.
管理员们，欢迎来到周末地全新版本《新潮起故渊里》。在此前的主线故事中，管理员们一行出入武林，便遭遇了突如其来的危机，被迫偏离原本的行程，误入了清波寨。那正在此时啊，大家结识了这片水域的豪杰，清波寨的大当家汤汤。那周末地的一行人啊，终于是取得了汤汤的信任，在汤汤的帮助下，管理员一行啊，也最终是得以继续前行，顺利抵达武林城。那相信啊，大家都对汤汤印象深刻，无论是他的为人处事，还是与迷服之间剑拔弩张却又说不清道不明的关系，都让众人感觉到清波寨与武林城之间一定发生过什么。而平静的水面之下，由于涅菲斯与阿达希尔到来啊，清波寨也已经隐约显露出不安的征兆。在本次故事中，管理员将重新回到清波寨，深入探索这座风景秀丽、看似安宁的村寨。寨中转动不息的巨大水车之下，不知道隐藏着怎样的威胁。随着故事推进，管理员也将被这股涌动的余波卷入。你必须找到失踪的汤汤，搞清楚这里究竟发生了什么，直面潜伏在这片净土背后的危机。那说完了主线的故事啊，相信汤汤与阮姨这对兄妹，也许会让不少管理员想到此前在4号谷地接触过的另一对兄妹洛西和朗卫。那在本次版本中啊，我们也会迎来一个关于洛西的支线小故事。洛西这段故事啊，围绕着一段意想不到的小冒险展开。那他身为狼群的一员，他总是学着如何像一个大人一般去思考行动，而这些可能也会让他的经历和很多同龄人截然不同。这一次啊，为了取回一份遗失的样本，洛西和管理员不得不一起来到孩子们的秘密王国。那充满想象力的场景和体验，让身背氏族责任却甚少接触这些孩童事物的洛西啊，感到无比新鲜。那管理员啊，也看出了他的小心思，让他第一次像一个真正的孩子一样，回归到无忧无虑的童趣之中。那这一段故事啊，是属于这位狼群精锐的难得小气。那也希望管理员在这段小冒险中，也能发现洛西在平时难以展露的另一面。那介绍完这些啊，相信大家都对汤汤和洛西2位新朋友的实力非常好奇。接下来，我们让 Ra 来给大家介绍一下他们究竟有哪些绝技。
Okay, we're getting previews for the new ops.
各位管理员们好，我是明日方舟周末地的关卡设计师 Ra 牛，很高兴呢能在这里向各位管理员们分享我们近期的一些成果。明日方舟周末地的上线仅仅是一个开始，对我们而言，如何在后续的长线运营中回馈大家沉甸甸的喜爱与期待，才是我们今后最重要的课题。所以，我们仍在全力开发新内容，为了给大家提供更多元、更丰富的冒险版图。而在这次的故事中，正如海毛刚才提到的，我们将有机会与清波寨的大当家汤汤并肩作战。作为黑面煞用户的大当家，汤汤是一名兼具群体输出与辅助能力的术士干员。它可以利用战技与联系技生成的涡流与水龙卷，施加寒冷附着，造成寒冷伤害。而作为河流的女儿，她依水而生，逐波而长，所以我们在技能演出与效果设计上都融入了大量的水流相关的元素，希望能呼应她的身世背景。而终结技则进一步强化了汤汤在战场中的控场表现，也很符合他一夫当关，万夫莫开的清波寨大当家的身份嘛。大家看汤汤的技能名也挺有意思的。普攻叫崩你脑壳，最多可以进行5段连续打击，并对敌人造成寒冷伤害。它的战技踏潮卷浪是整套机制中的核心技能。发动时，汤汤会对敌人造成寒冷伤害，掀起一处水龙卷，同时呢还会消耗场上的涡流，使它们转化为额外的水龙卷。涡流和水龙卷都是汤汤在场上创造出的特殊效果。之后呢，我们也会进行详细的介绍。先说回这个水龙卷，它会对范围内的敌人施加寒冷附着，并持续造成寒冷伤害。如果单次战绩形成多个水龙卷，还将额外施加法术脆弱的效果，并且根据水龙卷生成的数量返还一定的技力。可以说，水龙卷就是汤汤在战场上发挥的关键了。当敌人被施加寒冷附着，或是受到法术爆发伤害时，就可以触发汤汤的连续技河水助我，一道强力水流仿佛回应了他的召唤，贯穿前方敌人，造成寒冷伤害的同时，会迸射出一处涡流。如果解锁了汤汤的第一天赋肝胆相照，涡流还会使附近的敌人减速，使我方的干员获得移动速度增加。 我们希望汤汤的连接技与战技之间能够形成清晰的配合关系，战技能够提供寒冷附着，用于触发连接技生成涡流。
That's
而
cool.
积累的涡流又可以通过下一次战技转化为水龙卷，从而获得更强的输出效果。
That's cool. Yeah. I wonder how many of
终
those
结
we
技
can.
大战家盯着呢，发动时，汤汤会揭开眼罩，释放魔眼中的古老图形。在剧情中啊，也会有汤汤摘下眼罩时的表现。我们希望每次技能释放都能让大家回忆起那份决意，这也是
That's
众多
sick.
考量之后才决定了以魔眼为视觉锚点，以控制为主的一个设计思路。在刚才提到的魔眼中的古老图形释放后，范围内的所有敌人，注意啊，包括领袖敌人，都将被封锁行动，并持续受到寒冷伤害。当图形的演化结束时，会降下巨浪，对范围内的敌人造成大量寒冷伤害。如果主控干员在古老图形内进行下落攻击，将可以提前结束图形演化，并触发巨浪的额外效果。值得一提的是，解锁汤汤的第二天赋呼风唤浪后，这一中阶技的表现将得到进一步强化。主控干员在古老图形内进行下落攻击，提前结束演化时，除了巨浪伤害提升之外，汤汤还会额外生成一束水龙卷，并使场上的每一处涡流都额外形成一束水龙卷。这
So
些
it'll be
水龙卷的
limited to
伤害
3.
也都会获得提升。从实战角度看啊，汤汤不仅能一人成队，能够依靠自身的机制形成顺畅的技能循环，也非常适合以输出加辅助的定位，加入寒冷附着与爆发伤害为核心的队伍中，也就是管理员们常说的兵队。那接下来啊，我们就通过一段实战来具体看看
Okay,
汤
so
汤的
they're
战
gonna
斗表
they're
现
gonna
吧。
show. Oh, 6? Okay, I didn't see.
这次我们面对的是4号谷地的最终 BOSS 白垩接
Oh,
位，
perfect.
想必大家都还记得他有一招可以飞至空中落下大量锚点，很难对付。哎，看他快要起飞了，就是现在，我们发动汤汤的终结技，直接停住他。我们现在争取到了宝贵的一些输出时间啊，我们立刻开启塞西和别里的终结技，对 BOSS 进行一波猛烈的输出。哎，然后刚好 BOSS 此时进入了失衡状态。立刻，我们使用汤汤的战技产生3个水龙卷，返还许多气力的同时，对 BOSS 造成大量的伤害，同时施加寒冷附着。最后呢，我们再使用别的联系技完成一波收割。哈哈，到最后，白垩接位也没能再次飞上天空了。汤汤的战技还特别适合快速清理杂兵。接下来呢，我们再来看看
I
面
thought
对一
Marble was
群原
immune
生
to
前兽和一只
CC.
难缠的浮甲兽的情况吧。我们先利用汤汤战绩大范围的优势，快速的清理掉这群前兽，让我们有空专心的对付剩下的这只大怪啊。此时追加一逢的战技给敌人施加冻结，并配合汤汤的闪避后迅速的重击，触发并接上一堆连携技，
Using Yvonne and Shahi.
跟上了一堆终结技后，哎呦不好呀，这只浮蛟兽很狡猾呀，跑出了一逢连携技的范围。不过呢没关系，我们开启一逢的终结技后，哎，极限的接上
Stop him.
汤汤的终结技，将敌人
Oh,
牢牢的
that's
定住。我们再来
crazy.
进行一波猛烈的安全输出。最后呢，配合一逢的战技，将敌人流畅的一波带走。从刚才的演示里啊，大家也可以看到，汤汤不仅可以利用涡流形成水龙卷，造成大量伤害以及寒冷附着，还可以通过终结技暂停敌方的行动，创造出宝贵的输出环境，是一名输出与控制兼具的全能型术士干员。早在4号谷地啊，管理员们就已经与狼群氏族的领袖洛西有过接触。在本次版本中，他也将作为一名禁卫干员正式加入管理员的队伍。虽然在敬仰的管理员面前，洛西偶尔也会展露出天真直率的一面，但作为氏族的领导者，他的实力强劲，足够独当一面。洛西是一名兼具施加破防和提供单体输出能力的禁卫干员。它的特色之处在于能够同时造成法术和物理的混伤效果，
Both arts
也是
and
目前
physical
唯一
damage?
一位可以将敌人身上的法术附着转化为破防效果的干员。终结技是他最强力的输出窗口。洛西最多可以进行5段普通攻击，对敌人造成物理伤害，在处决敌人时将额外造成大量的物理伤害，并恢复一定记忆力。为了体现洛西迅捷如风的身法，我们特意让他的战技和连续技都能触发2段式的攻击。洛西的战技血红之影，第一段攻击会对敌人造成物理伤害，并施加击飞效果。而当目标敌人身上已经存在破防层数时，洛西则会额外增加第2段攻击，释放狼之祸
That's，sick.
对目标造成灼热伤害。需要注意的
Damage
是， 战技释放的狼之魄造成伤害后，还可以触发洛希的第一天赋灼痕，为目标施加爪印状态。爪印状态会持续使目标受到伤害，且使其受到的物理和灼热伤害提升。洛希若对处于爪印状态的敌人造成暴击后，将进而触发第二天赋废血，可额外施加1次伤害，并回复一定的生命值。如果目标处于燃烧状态，这个伤害和治疗效果还将得到进一步提升。
If they're combust, they provide more
当
HP
敌人
too.
同时处于破防与法术附着状态时，洛希的连歇技疗影时刻将固定触发2次。第一次攻击会稳定造成物理伤害，而第二次攻击则会消耗目标身上的所有法术附着，根据消耗的层数造成物理伤害，并施加击飞效果。
They're already expanding the combo skill system. If the enemy is vulnerable and has arts infliction,
防与法术附着状态时，洛希的连歇技疗影时刻将固定触发2次。第一次攻击会稳定造成物理伤害，而第二次攻击则会消耗目标身上的所有法术附着，根据消耗的层数造成物理伤害，并施加击飞效果。同时呢，还可以提升洛希自身的暴击率与暴击伤害。如果管理员们的操作很好，
Crit set
第二次的连歇技能够做到精准衔接，还将额外为目标敌人施加1层破防，实现破防层数的快速叠加。洛希的终结技利爪奇袭，可以在短时间内对敌人造成多段灼热伤害。随后，洛希使用匕首进行2段追击，造成大量的灼热伤害，并施加1层灼热附着。而终结技将在暴击时产生更高的暴击伤害。总的来说，洛希不仅能够作为近卫干员高效施加破防，同时呢，也能稳定的引入法术伤害，这是一项它的重要优势。接下来呢，我们也将通过一段实战视频来看看洛希的战斗表现。
they're already doing it, man. They're already doing it. They're already fucking doing it, bro.
这次我们要面对的敌人是年谷行星人啊，我喜欢叫他大斧哥，还是挺抗揍的。开场，我们先使敌人同时进入破防和灼热附着状态，这刚好触发了洛希的连歇技。我们一同操作，精准衔接他的第2段连歇技，成功一次性对敌人施加了2层破防。之后呢，我们迅速衔接洛希的战技，给目标施加第4层破防和爪印状态。
that's so cool.
在管理员猛击消耗破防层数后，我们接上狼卫的终结技，让大斧哥进入燃烧状态。最后，我们使用洛希的终结技，对敌人发起暴风骤雨般的攻击，帅气的解决了敌人的同时，还恢复了一定的生命值。由于洛希的连歇技对于法术附着的类型没有任何限制啊，其实它还可以与吉尔菲塔等干员形成良好的配合。那接下来呢，我们再来看一场面对以年谷清道夫为首的多敌人的战斗。开场时，我们先使用吉尔菲塔的战技，将场中的敌人都聚到一起。随后呢，我们配合狼卫的连歇技，将敌人全都击飞至空中，并使他们破防。紧接着，我们再使用吉尔菲塔和洛希的战技，自然附着加破防的组合，刚好触发洛希的连歇技。我们精准衔接后，敌人直接被4层破防。配合大潘的连歇技进行一波猛烈的输出，最后在洛希的战技命中敌人失衡后，开启吉尔佩塔的终结技，并使用洛希的终结技进行一次华丽的收场。从刚才的演示里啊
Giving you different options, brother. They're giving you different options. They're not forcing you to use one specific team. You can literally use her abilities with different characters.
大家可以看到，与合理的法术效果搭配时，洛希可以高效地叠加破防层数。他不仅能配合已有的物理体系的干员，自身也拥有不俗的输出能力，是物理队的全新多面手。
She's gonna be one of those characters that enable you to use characters that originally didn't work well together. She's going to be the glue that allows you to use some of these characters together. Rossi might be one of those characters that you need to pull for. I wouldn't say so for Tangtang. She's cool, but Rossi, she's a unit, bro.
随着剧情推进，清波寨与武林之间长期积累的矛盾也会逐渐浮出水面。在这个过程中，汤汤、弥夫以及阿达希尔各自的立场与选择都会逐步显现。这些看似分散的冲突与选择， 会随着故事推进慢慢汇合，最终在清波寨的清泉之下交织成同一段故事。因此，管理员能逐步深入清波寨内部，穿行于由水系结构串联起来的不同区域，层叠交错的大转盘区域与水车区域将作为探索过程中的特色区域出现。它们不仅呈现出清波寨以水为生的环境特征，也会在推进节奏与路线选择上对探索产生直接影响。同时，祖泉则是本次活动中的核心地点，水雾缭绕，竹林回响。这里不仅是清波寨的重要场所，也将在玩法上承担相当关键的作用。随着探索深入，管理员最终将来到这里，迎接本次主线中最重要的一场战斗。我们也很期待大家在实际的游玩中体验在这些水系结构之间穿梭、调整路线所感受到的探索乐趣。进入新的区域，也将意味着会遇到新的敌人。在清波寨中，管理员将面对一些此前未曾交手过的对手，无论是以烟花进行猛烈攻击的摧山将，还是擅长利用锁链进行牵制与干扰的割云翁和断云叟，都会为战斗带来新的应对方式和节奏变化。这些敌人的出现，相信都会对管理员的编队选择与战斗策略提出新的考验。在最后，管理员将面对一位神秘的领袖敌人。这位敌人在狂暴状态下，管理员的攻击将难以对其造成有效伤害。此时呢，单纯依靠输出或许很难解决问题，但没关系，我们还可以借助祖泉的力量。管理员们可以在战场中收集并利用吸氧能量，逐步破除敌人的核心机制，扭转战局。至于更具体的应对方式以及这场战斗中还隐藏着哪些变化，就留给各位管理员们亲自去体验了。随着管理员们深入探索清波寨，武林工业计划也将在本次版本中迎来扩展。我们将新增矿点类型、工业设备以及对应的生产配方，进一步丰富工业体系的运转方式。首先来说说矿产资源方面，在清波寨，管理员们可以找到新增的赤铜矿点。与此前依赖电力的采集方式不同，赤铜的开采将引入一套全新的设施——水驱矿机。顾名思义啊，这类矿机无需介入电力，而是利用水流进行驱动，从而实现矿物的自动化采集，也更加贴合清波寨以水为核心的环境特点。采集得到的赤铜将成为一条全新生产线的起点，在后续的加工流程中，可以产出赤铜装备元件，用于新装备制造。虽然这些新增装备在各项属性加成上与现有的最高品质装备相当，但全新的装备将为战斗配置提供更多选择空间。同时，武林城对水循环的研究也有了进步。管理员们能在工业计划内解锁废水处理机以及废液合成相关的配方，这样一来就能将产生的污水引入废水处理机，对污水进行无害化处理。也可以选择将污水与武林独有的吸氧相关技术结合，产出更高级的武林电池等，变废为宝。除此之外，为了让水资源在工业区内的调度更加灵活，本次版本也将引入一项新的基础设施——地下暗管。地下暗管可以用于长距离运输液体，同时也避免了地表的建筑阻挡管线运输。管理员们可以看到，清水能够从较远的水源区域通过暗管入口稳定的输送到工厂范围内，再通过暗管
long distant liquid. Oh shit. They may even go down the route of like connecting both of your bases too. Oh
管
shit.
出口接入到生产系统了。除以上新增内容之外，管理员还可以在工业计划内继续解锁新的科技，将天有红炉的最高放置上限扩增至4台，也可以解锁新的战斗设备，让敌人们领教来自中末地和管理员的真正实力。在武林地区，大家很喜欢的物资调度以及部分仓储节点环境监测的最高等级也会增加。各位管理员们可以提升他们的等级，从而解锁更多内容。同时呢，集成管家也会解锁更多的升级选项，从而能在集成核心区域放置更多的原装与基段。此外啊，3项常驻玩法——隐拓丰碑、秘境行者以及10项巡移，将在本次版本中迎来更新。隐拓丰碑将新增一项高难度的挑战内容——灼痛疤痕。在这一挑战中，管理员们在武林区域遇到的敌人
There are field mechanics. There are field mechanics. There are field mechanics. Oh my God，
增一项高难度的挑战内容——灼痛疤痕。在这一挑战中，管理员们在武林区域遇到的敌人将以更强的形态再次登场。完成挑战的同时，管理员还可以参与现实活动“丰碑留名制衡”，获取包括千金玉在内的多种奖励。秘境行者将新增空间组
Good, they didn't show
神
too
探
much.
险窟。管理员可以在6张具有武林特色的地图内，运用射流科技与竹林、水池等环境机关进行互动，通过解谜的方式完成关卡，并获得活动报酬。此外，管理员们也可以通过10项寻艺中新增的象茶区域4
Yeah,
继续
we
推进
expected
探索，
this.
解锁更多的奖励。伴随着本次的版本更新，系列现实活动也将陆续开启。管理员可以前往4号谷地的原始研究园，参与物资供给开拓节活动。在活动期间，会开放每日更新的物资供给任务。管理员可以通过种植、采集与减制的方式，生产不同类型的食物，完成对应目标，并获得千金玉、存续的痕迹等奖励。上到物资供给，下至市容清洁，都少不了作为塔维尔居民好帮手的管理员的支持。我们也开放了禁流敌城活动，供管理员参与。管理员可以利用射流无人机清理城区中的涂鸦，协助维护武林的市容环境。同时，也欢迎大家在活动过程中多尝试使用射流无人机与场景中的各类物品元素进行互动，或许还能发现一些意料之外的妙用哦。最后，在全新的现实活动生存特训中，管理员将迎接一些更加不同寻常的挑战。你可能需要仅凭工业爆炸物捣毁成群结队的对手大军，也可能要在复杂地形中巧妙躲避横冲直撞的浮甲兽和铺天盖地的酸叶原始虫。管理员们是时候接受极端环境下的考验了。
Oh wait, are we trying to guide him through the slugs? Version Events Preview. Okay.
接下来也为管理员们介绍本次版本中同步开放的寻访活动与相关内容。我们会依次开启2期特许寻访：河流的女儿与狼魄。此前已经为大家介绍过的2位6星干员汤汤与洛西将分别在对应的寻访中获得概率提升。在武器方面，五铺交易所也会陆续上新2把全新6星武器，分别为手冲类武器落草以及单手剑类武器狼之飞。管理员们可以根据自身需求，在新崖森岭与飞破森岭中进行相应的武器森岭。那清波寨的危机虽暂时落幕，但遗留下来的复杂关系和麻烦还远未解决。紧随版本故事新草起孤渊离，我们将再次与汤汤相伴，在新的主线任务中继续顺畅体验未经的冒险。这一次，汤汤将真正扛起大当家的担子，对内理顺清波寨内部关系，对外积极探索清波寨与武林的未来。而在新增干员叙事活动红骑士中，将和前面提到的一样，管理员将与洛西一起，根据一条线索的指引，踏上一段前往积木王国的奇妙旅程。配合2期特许寻访，我们也将开启2位干员的试用活动，也将分别展开清波径流与狼群瑰宝2期7日签到活动。登录完成签到，管理员可以累积获得对应特许寻访的各5张现实寻访凭证等奖励。同时，采购中心的集成配额交易页签也会伴随2期寻访，各自上架5张现实特许寻访凭证，共计10张。管理员们也请记得兑换。此外，新1期里程碑活动协议通行证暗流也将同步开启。正如一开始提到的，我们在新1期协议通行证中进行了福利升级，在基础配给档位以及原始配给档位都增加了基础寻访凭证。解锁对应的协议通行证后啊，管理员还可以通过打开自选箱获得6星手冲、望乡、6星单手剑、光荣记忆。该自选箱在协议定制档位和原始配给档位均可获取1个，以及通过解锁本期的协议定制，管理员们可以获取包括头像借龙以及名片主题临水大关在内的多种奖励。随着新版本的开启，我们还会同步开放引导活动全流无声，欢迎管理员们前往清波寨区域探索，完成解锁协议传送点、开启协议储存箱等任务，领取丰富奖励。在新草起孤渊离版本中，我们为大家新增和优化了不少奖励与福利内容，也专门整理了一份说明，方便管理员们查看。欢迎管理员们在体验新版本内容的同时呢，多多提出宝贵的建议，我们也会继续同步进展。以上提到的各项活动与福利内容，管理员们后续都可以在研发通讯以及官方自媒体发布的版本活动说明和日历中查看详情。 另外还有一则小提示：卷与明星共赴星海
A new web
特别
event
网页活动即将在3月4日结束，管理员们也请记得及时参加登记，将周末地中的昵称和 UID 刻录进特制的协议原石模型里，携手迈向星海。
Ooh.
为了打造更丰富的游戏体验，优化之余啊，未来版本的开发自然是也没有停歇。那我们目前正在多线并行，同时开发未来的数个版本，部分开发工作呢也已经接近尾声。在后续的几个版本中，我们仍然会积极推出新的玩法、新的地图和新场景。那未来的下一个版本啊，将会是一个规模更大的版本，我们将会开放2个新地图与一个新的据点。在其中的一张新地图中啊，管理员将会发现一种新的液体。管理员可以利用集成工业使用这种液体生产新的产物，同时武林的部分据点及设施，例如环境监测站等，也会开放更高等级上线。今后啊，可能还会有新形态的物质出现，希望能给大家的集成工业系统带来新的变化。在未来版本中，武林城将直面迄今为止最大的危机。突然降临在守盾区域的阿达希尔，试图通过摧毁守盾来瘫痪吸氧焰。为了扭转困局，装天师也会派遣一位全新的伙伴听候你的差遣。阿达希尔的渴望又将为这场已经起幕的动乱带来怎样的变数呢？一波未平，一波又起，涅菲斯伺机而动，侵蚀潮也来势汹汹。为此，装天师决定孤注一掷，用手头所有的力量与管理员携手应对这场足以颠覆武林城的危机。究竟我们能否守住武林城？装天师独自背负了怎样的使命？武林城与过去那场灾难究竟真相如何？还请大家在未来敬请期待。此外，还有很多在开发中的内容仍在打磨之中，我们希望能够在未来的版本中为大家一一展示。周末地的旅程还在继续，也许有的管理员从公测开启便与我们同行至今，也许有的管理员还在观望，等待旅途的开启最佳时机。如果说什么时候才是加入周末地的最佳时刻，我会说是现在。我们打磨作品的热忱始终不变，并且随时准备好迎接各位管理员与我们一同踏上这场旅程。那么到这里，今天的节目就要接近尾声了，非常感谢各位管理员的收看，再次感谢大家陪伴，我们下次再见。
Okay, chat, we got things to talk about. We got things to talk about. Oh, Jesus Christ. That was sick. That was sick. We wait, where's the code? It's not a live stream. It's a video. There are no codes. Yo, we got shit to talk about, bro. Okay, now I can actually read. Before we get to the really, really exciting stuff, I want to go over some of the improvements that they've made, right?
那这次优化
Okay, so where did I stop? Okay. He actually went over these things. Yeah, he went over these things. Okay. Optimize the display for the manual completion status simulations and added engraved metals. Yeah, he went over these things. Wait, they're giving 1K free ore barrels? Are they? Check the description of the video. Oh, there's your code right there. They didn't put it in code form. They just gave it to you. We've sent 1,000 Euro barrels, 10K T creds, elementary cognitive carrier, and arms NSP set ×4. Already in game. Oh, these are the okay, weapon stuff. I was wondering, what is that? Yeah, so this is already available in game. So Go ahead and redeem it now. All right. All right. Whew. That was a lot. 40 minutes, man. 40 minutes. All right. So he actually went over all of this.
影响体验的部分开始介绍。那比如在
I
希
thought
望
there
能
was
为管理员
okay. This maybe he didn't. Added tags for mission. He did go over that. Optimized several tasks for the operational menu. He went over that. Simplifying the cutscene. He pretty much went over all these, didn't he? Brother.
减轻负担，改善体验。首先是资源获取与干员养成的优化，我们会投入更多的养成支持，帮助管理员们顺畅地搭建新队伍。在完成主线第一
Yeah,
章
he went over all this. All right, so we actually don't have to do this section. We can just move over. Okay, so for the factory, I'm happy they're expanding the factory because this is one of the biggest concerns, right? One of the biggest concerns that people had with how they started the game made it feel like the factory, because of the rage that a lot of people expressed for factory stuff, they were worried for good reason that if the factory wouldn't be expanded upon. Of course, we knew that they would expand on this simply because the game is the factory. The factory ties into literally everything within the game. So this is good to see. They're not only expanding upon the factory. Okay, this is still improvements. Yeah, these are still improvements. I want to go over to the new factory shit. Yeah, I'm gonna have to back up. He showed the new factory stuff here. Okay, so I'm gonna have to do this out of order. Okay. So he expanded over on the factory stuff. So in the new area, we're gonna be seeing these red crystals. All right.
系统的开采将引
These red crystals are going to enable us to get different gear sets. Oh, that's also a good part. Wait, so we need water. We need to water the ores. We have to grow the ores. Did they just eliminate pools at all? Yes, they did. Yes, they did. They've added multiple forms of they've added multiple outlets for you to get more pulls in the game. So yeah. But we're not gonna be talking about that because I'm more excited for the actual game than the pulls. It's cool that you guys are excited for the pulls and stuff. I understand the game was limited in the amount of pulls that you could get for the new characters and stuff. But I'm more excited for the actual gameplay of the game. So they're adding these new ores to the game, right? Which is allowing you to get more gear sets, as well as there's new machines for you to utilize your factory, right? So this stuff here, instead they harness the flow of water to drive their mechanisms. I don't think you grow them. I didn't see him say anywhere that you grow them. I'm looking for that now. It says that you utilize water in order to, oh, I see. You actually have to use water in order to, okay, I see what you mean by grow them. You're not necessarily growing them, but I get what you mean. The water is being sent to the actual item. You was joking? Okay. The water is being sent to the item, and then it's just it's sending the ores directly to your base. So that's cool. So Zeronite components are already going to be ignored. I don't know if they're going to be ignored. I think I saw somewhere that they're adding more yeah, you plug water instead of electricity. I think I saw somewhere that they're expanding the amount of Zeronite that you can actually use. That's so unrealistic. Hey, who cares about realism? We're playing a video game. Yeah, so we're gonna need these discs here. So these new crystals, we're gonna need to create these new discs with them. And Zeronite, as you can see, we need it right there. So we need Zeronite. So they're probably gonna give us more outlets to make more Zeronite. And then all these gear sets here will most likely need this new form of crystal. This is sick. And how much do you want to bet that some of these sets will work on some of our old characters too? and make our characters work in different ways. Yeah, this is some of these sets. These aren't all just for the 2 new characters, man. They're adding these new sets, and some of these sets are going to work for characters that we already had. And remember, in my previous video on Yvonne, I told you guys that that Yvonne was going to be used with another character. It felt like something was missing in her kit. It just felt wrong because even with the characters that we had, she was very powerful, but it just felt like something was missing. Tangtang is that okay? I'm getting too ahead of myself. We're still on factory, so I'm really excited, man. If you can't tell. So they're expanding the factory. They're giving us various different new things that we can explore with the factory. So the complexity is still going to be there if we're looking for it. It's not going to be just a meaningless system that we've already built our stuff for, and we're just going to have to leave it alone. So for the content creators out there, they're going to be creating a whole bunch of videos talking about new ways to develop your factory. They're going to have to modify their factory videos a little bit. And honestly, I think the direction they're going with this is actually the right way to handle this. Instead of just confining everything to the multiple locations, it looks like they're gonna be trying to have us connect our various locations, our various outposts together in some way, right? Because this is the first step. This item here that's allowing us to transport water from outside of the base to inside. Like that's the first step. That's the first step right there. It's going to be a while before we see this, but just mark my words. We're going to see us having to transport stuff from one side of the map to the other side of the map. It's going to happen, and we're going to have to get ready for it. We're going to have specialized materials and stuff just so we can actually take advantage of these machines. So, yeah, this is actually going to get really hectic, and unless they modify the blueprint system, people aren't just going to be able to just place down the blueprint and be done with it, because this is all outside of the base. This is all stuff you're manually going to have to do yourself. So unless they change something, it's looking like we're going to actually have to prepare to connect our bases in the future. Mark my words. Mark my words. This is going to get very, very complex. They're already showing the signs. So on everything that you can prepare with, stock up on everything. All right? Stock up on everything. I'm telling you guys now, stock up on everything. All right? So now, the next thing I want to talk about, I know I didn't go in depth with this, but I got to see how all this stuff works in the factory first. It's cool, all the stuff that they're showing, but I got to see exactly how they handle this. All right, now for Rossi. I want to go to Rossi first because Rossi had a more exciting kit, in my opinion. All right. First off, I got to say it. I'm sorry, chat. I told you so. I told you so. That they were going to be expanding upon this combo skill system. All right. And Rossi's the very first character to take advantage of this. It didn't happen the exact way that I said it would. I thought they would add multiple skills for characters instead. But what they seem to be doing is they're adding mechanics on top of the combo skill system. All right. So what we see, I'm skipping the story aspect and we're going straight to the skills. All right. So basic attack works like a basic attack. We don't need to harp on the basic attack section. All right. So we specifically designed her battle skill and combo skills to trigger 2 sequence attacks. All right? 2 sequence attacks. Crimson Shadow dashes towards a target and attacks with sharp claws, dealing damage and applying lift. If the target is already vulnerable, inflicts additional follow-up damage and applies razor claw mark to the target, dealing continuous damage over a period of time. DOT, damage over time. We know how this mechanic works, okay? So the trick here is to make sure you have some sort of vulnerable status already on the target when using this skill. Of course, you're going to need some sort of character, probably someone from the physical team, but there's other characters, right? There's other characters that can do this, but this is probably a character that you're going to want with a physical team because physical team's already freaking busted. And once you apply vulnerable to this, she applies a Razor Claw Mark, which deals continuous damage over time. She's going to continuously do damage to the enemy. It's probably just going to be small chip damage, but it's going to be it's going to definitely be something that is fucking helpful. Her synergy with her brother would be interesting. Her synergy with multiple characters is going to be interesting. She needs characters who inflict vulnerable. There's a lot of characters that do that. So her synergy works with more than half the cast, bro. Yeah, so she can also lift characters into the air too. So anyone who can work off of lift, she can work with lift characters as well. The synergy is it's already getting like complex, bro. Okay, so hold on. I need to go back because I need to see how this works.
为了体现洛西迅捷如风的身法，我们特意让他的战技和连续技都能触发2段式的攻击。洛西的战技血红之影，第一段攻击会对
The first sequence deals physical damage to enemies
敌人造成物理伤害，并施加击飞
and
效果。
lifts them into the
而
air.
当目标敌人身上已经存在破防层数时，洛西则会额外增。
It triggers an additional sequence. Okay, so that's how the second sequence works. When vulnerable is applied, that's how the second sequence goes into effect for this skill.
增加第2段攻击，释放狼之破，对目标造成灼热伤害。
Dealing heat
需要
damage
注
to
意
the
的
target.
是，战技释放的狼之破造成
So whether she's going to be focused on her physical damage or heat damage depends on you properly utilizing her skills.
伤害后，还可以触发洛西的第一天
Rossi's first talent will also be triggered.
赋灼痕，为目标
After Woven Ambridge, sequence 2 of the battle skill deals damage and applies Razor Claw Mark to the target for a certain duration. This effect cannot stack. Oh, it doesn't stack. Okay. That was going to be one of the questions that I was going to ask. Razor Claw Mark is active, or while Razor Claw Mark is active, the target takes physical damage every second equal to a certain percentage of her attack. Maybe I'm wrong about the crit set, guys.
施加爪印状态。爪印状态会持续使目标受到伤害，且使其受到的物理和灼热伤害提升。洛西若对处于爪印状态的敌人造成暴击后，
Or maybe she's multifaceted, right? Maybe there's multiple ways to build her out, depending on what you're trying to do with the character. There could be multiple ways to build the character depending on what you're trying to do with her. So, in multiple parts of this entire kit explanation, they mention stuff about crit and crit damage. So, it's very possible that she works with a crit set, and she also works with an art set since she's with heat. They did mention new gear, so it must be. Yeah.
将进而触发第2天赋废血，可额外施加1次伤害，并回复一定的生命值。
Recovers a certain amount of
如果目
HP.
标处于燃烧状态，这个伤害和治疗效果还
Yeah, and if the target is combust, she also recovers her own HP. So that's also another aspect of it. We're going to have to see what those gear sets do, because the gear sets might actually focus on both aspects of her kit, but if they don't, then she's multifaceted. There's various aspects of her kit that you'll have to pay attention to and figure out how you want to properly build her. So there might actually be a set that amplifies heat units to also work with crit, just like Digi just said. So that would be sick if that's the thing.
将得到进一步提升。当敌人同时处于破防与法术附着状态时，
Okay, here's the cool part, man. This is the part that I want to talk about here. Okay, so they're going into the combo skill.
当敌人同时处于破防与法术附着状态时，
If the enemy is vulnerable, I was waiting for it to pop up on the side.
当敌人
And has arts infliction. So you want to have them vulnerable and arts infliction. So this is definitely a Gilberta set, right? You want to have Gilberta on the team. You want to make sure Gilberta is or wait. Arts infliction. Anyone can do arts infliction. I'm thinking susceptibility. So
A strong team. Ciao. Wanna head out for
so it could be any arts infliction. It could literally be any arts infliction.
Thank goodness you're not one of them.
So it could no, that's susceptibility. I got it confused too, Digi. I got it confused too. So
Ciao. Wanna head out for a walk?
this is more so
Doesn't the sky look absolutely fabulous today?
like nature infliction, right? Or
Good. Let me do something for Enfield.
or heat infliction, right? It's saying that it needs arts infliction. So it could be any character that has any sort of infliction on them. Cryo infliction, electric infliction, any arts infliction could trigger this. So she works with damn near everybody, bro. If the enemy is vulnerable and has arts infliction. Perlica,
Operator Perlica, standing by.
electric infliction.
What a
Does he have? No, he doesn't, does he? Yes, cryo infliction.
Over.
This is susceptibility that I'm thinking about with him.
Let's go.
Infliction with her, yeah. She works with last right.
Battle. Contemplation. Computation.
Jahi.
Abandonment.
Any character with arts infliction. You can use a character with arts infliction as long as she's vulnerable and has arts infliction on the character. She can trigger this combo skill.
同时处于破防与法术附着状态时，洛希的连歇技疗影时刻将固定触发2次。
Guaranteed to be triggered twice. Combo trigger. When both vulnerability and arts infliction stacks. Rossi's combo skill has 2 consecutive sequences. Combo sequence 1 deals damage to the target. Combo sequence 2 consumes all art. Oh, it gets more complex. Wait. So combo sequence 1 only deals damage to the target. But if you have stacks, meaning that if you continue to build upon the stacks of any arts infliction, she will deal damage and apply lift to them. I know infliction can stack, but it didn't. Hear me, okay? So the trigger, if you only read the trigger section, it's worded as if you only need like a vulnerable and a cryo, or a vulnerable and a heat, right? But from the way it reads when you get to combo sequence 2, the more stacks that it has on it, the more damage will be applied. So you can continuously apply the stacks. So if you were just to read this, you could play this as simple as possible, but the complexity comes from adding the more stacks to it. So how are you going to apply those stacks to the enemy before she uses her combo skill? You have to do it before this skill is completely gone. That's a short amount of time. That's a short amount of time. If combo sequence 2 is cast with perfect timing, which is why it has this little circle going around it, right? That's a timing mechanic. It applies 1 more stack of vulnerability to the target. The skills in this game are going to get so complex. It is going to get so fun building your teams around one specific character and having them be the character that procs that combo skill. The combo skill system is going to be crazy in the future.
燃烧状态，这个伤害和治疗效果还将得到进一步提升。当敌人同时处于破防与法术附着状态时，
and then
洛
arts
希的连歇
infliction.
技疗影时刻将固定触发2次。第一次攻击会稳定造
That's
成
the
物理
second
伤害，
sequence.
而第2次攻击则会消耗目标
First
身上的
sequence.
所有法术附着，
Second
根据
sequence.
消耗的层数造成物理伤害，并施加击飞效果。
This is fire.
同时呢，还可以提升洛希自身的暴击率与暴击伤害。 如果管理员们的操作很好，第二次的连续技能够做到精准衔接，还将额外为目标敌人施加一层破防，实现。
The timing looks forgiving in the video if I'm looking at it right. It could be. It could be right. But if you think about it, you also got to apply. The video makes it look a little bit more forgiving than it's actually going to be, right? Because what you have to think about is all the things that are going to be happening. I know, Bomb Frost. I know. You got to think about all the things that's going to be going on the field at the same time. Right now, we're focused on the character and her combo skill. But when you're trying to apply stacks of something, that time can go by really quick, especially if you do something wrong.
破防层数的快速叠加。
Because if you look at it, the time is ticking down still, even though that circle aspect is coming in, right? Pay attention. Pay attention, right? Let's slow it down. Let's slow it down a little bit. You see, this is still ticking down, right?
获悉自身的暴击率与暴击伤害。如果管理员们的操作很好，
Did I skip
第
ahead?
二次的
There we go. Okay, so you see it's still ticking down right here. The circle is still going down just as normal. It's just now that you have a timing effect as well. If you do it at the right time. So there's a lot of stuff going on here.
一技能够做到精准衔接，还将
There's a lot of stuff going on here. There's a lot of stuff going on here. This is going to be really fun.
将额外为目标敌人施加一层破防，实现破防层数的快速叠加。
Yeah.
洛希的终结技利爪奇袭，可以在短时间内对敌人造成多段。
Okay, flutters her cape and unleashes a flurry of stabs that deal multiple hits of damage at the target within a short time. Finally dashes towards the target with a dagger to perform slashes, dealing massive damage and applying heat infliction. Levitane's team is going to be nasty. Oh my god. Oh, geez. I just thought of a combo that's going to be so fun. Oh, geez. Okay.
灼热伤害。随后，洛希使用匕首进行两段追击，造成大量的灼热伤害，并施加一层灼热附着。而终结技将在暴击时产生。
A crit, see? Her ultimate will deal increased critical damage when a crit hit is scored. So if you this is the part of the kit that I was talking about where I said it mentioned her crit. So if you have a crit set on her, of course we don't know anything about her new sets, right? But if we have something that applies crit and we can guarantee that crit hit, we can guarantee additional critical damage as well. So one of the new sets have to have something to do with crit on it.
更高的暴击伤害。总的来说，洛希不仅能够作为近卫干员高效施加破防，同时呢，也能稳定的引入法术伤害，这是一项它的重要优势。接下来呢，我们也将通过一段实战视频来看看洛希的战斗表现。这次我们要面对的敌人是年谷行星人。
We're gonna get to this. This isn't even the best part of the entire stream. And like, there's something I saw that I want to talk about, but watch this.
啊，我喜欢叫他大斧哥，还是挺抗揍的。开场，我们先使敌人同时进入破防和灼热附着状态，这刚好触发了洛希的。
Okay, yeah. So this happens to trigger combo skill. So, so Wolf Guard. Oh, he also works with electrification. Oh, I didn't know that. When an arts infliction is applied to the enemy. Okay. All right, so they use Wolf Guard in order to do the heat infliction.
开场，我们先使敌人同时进入破防和灼热附着状态，这刚好触发了洛希的连接技。我们一同操作，精准衔接他的第二段连接技。
Yeah, That's exactly how it works. So at the very beginning, you'll see that she
开场，我们先使敌人同时进入破防和灼热
has
附
both a vulnerability, and then after Wolfguard, heat is going to be applied.
着状态，这刚好触发了
That's going to trigger sequence 1.
洛希的连接技，我们一同操作，精准
Now, after you have that arts infliction applied, you see how her
第
other
二段
one
连接
pops
技
up?
成功一次
And that's the one that requires the timing.
附着状态，这
So
刚好
sequence
触发了
1,
洛希的连接技，我们一同操作，
sequence
精准
2,
衔接他的第二段连接技，成功一次性对敌人施加了2层破防。之后呢，我们迅速衔接洛希的战技，给目标施加第4层破防和
Oh, this is so sick. This is so sick.
爪印状态。在管理员猛击消耗破防层数后，我们接上狼卫的
Hold on. I'm thinking about all the stuff that we're going to be able to do once they start expanding on this system,
开场
man.
我们先使敌人同时进入破防和灼热
But how much SP did that require? That was 2 skills. 3 skills. So we add both vulnerability and heat infliction, right? So let's go here. I want to start at the very beginning.
开场，
All right.
我们先使敌人同时进入破防
Yes. So Administrator and Wolfguard from the looks of it. Yes. So they're pressing 2. That's Administrator.
和灼热附着状态，
And then they press 3 for Wolfguard. So that's 2 skills.
这刚好
So they just used Administrator skill and then Wolfguard skill. That applied both vulnerability and heat damage.
触发了洛希的连接技，我们一
So you can see that second sequence hasn't started yet. After they use the combo skill, which doesn't use SP, so that's still only 2 bars of SP. After they use the combo skill, that's what's going to proc the second sequence.
一同操作，精准
Yeah, that is actually very interesting, man.
是年谷行星人啊，我喜欢叫他大斧哥，还是挺抗揍的。开场，我们先使敌人同时进入破防
Inman
和灼热附着状态，
Wolfguard
这刚好触发了洛希的连接技，我们一同操作，精准
Wolfguard
衔接他的第二
yeah
段连接技
It's
成功一次性对敌人施加了2层破防。之后呢，我们迅速衔接洛希的战技，给目标施加第4层破防和爪印状态。在管理员猛击消耗破防层数后，我们接上狼卫的终结技，让大斧哥进入燃烧状态。
You think the second sequence starts anyway? Once the animation finishes? I'm gonna have to see when we get the character in our hands. Because you could be right. You could be right, and it could just happen, right?
最后，我们使用洛希的终结技，对敌人发起暴风骤雨般的攻击，帅气的解决了敌人的同时，还恢复了一定的生命值。由于洛希的连接技对于法术附着的类型
But
没
either
有任何
way,
限制啊，
it's really cool to see them expanding on the system so early. Because doing it now means they could do some really crazy shit later.
其实它还可以与吉尔菲塔等干员形成良好
It worked like that when they showcased Rossi solo. Yeah, but they also had the infliction stuff working when she was solo. That's not a good indicator. They were showing all the skills, even the stuff that procs with other arts. Remember, the combo skill requires another character, you to do some sort of heat damage or something to them. So they're just showing off the skill. Yeah.
的配合。那接下来呢，我们再来看一场面对以年谷清道夫为首的多敌人的战斗。开场时，我们先使用吉尔菲塔的
Yeah, Gilbert. Okay. This is the part that I didn't fully understand when we were doing the live stream.
开场时，我们先使用吉尔菲塔的战技，将场中的敌人都聚到一起。随后呢，我们配合狼卫的连续技，将敌人全
Once
都击飞至空中。
lifted, mid-air become vulnerable.
紧接着，我们再使用吉尔菲塔和洛希的战
It didn't.
技。
Okay, maybe you might be right. I was about to say it didn't do it, but you said at the end of the animation.
多敌人的战斗。 开场时，我们先使用吉亚佩塔的战技，将场中的敌人都聚到一起。随后呢，我们配合狼类的连线技，将敌人全都击飞至空中，并使他们破防。紧接着，我们再使用吉亚佩塔和洛西的战技，自然附着加破防的组合，刚好触发洛西的连线技。我们精准衔接后，敌人直接被4层破防，配合大潘的连线技进行一波猛烈的输出。最后，在洛西的战技命中敌人失衡后，开启吉尔佩塔的终结技，并使用洛西的终结技进行一次华丽的收场。从刚才的演示里啊，大家可以看到，与合理。
See, for Tangtang stuff though, she's more simplistic. I think with the route that they're going with the two characters is they're gonna have an option that's more casual, right? With a little, because I mean, there's complexity in her kit. Don't get me wrong, there's complexity here, but there's no timings. There's nothing like that. This is all the stuff that we've been already adjusting to.
水而生，逐波而长，所以我们在技能演出与效果设计上都关万夫莫开的清波寨大当家的身份。他的战绩，大家看汤汤的技能名，正式背景。而终结技则进一步强化了汤汤在战场中的控场表现，也很符合他一夫当关、万夫莫开的清波寨大当家的身份嘛。大家看汤汤的技能名也挺有意思的，普攻叫。
All right, so Tangtang is most likely going to be a character that you want to focus your CC. You're trying to build a team that's for crowd control, right? She is 100% going to be a character. If she properly can stop bosses like it showed with Marble, she's going to be a character that we're gonna regret not having early on.
脑壳最多可以进行5段连续打击，并对敌人造成寒冷伤害。他的战技踏潮卷浪是整套。
What is the name of that battle skill, bro?
之中的核心技能，发动时，汤汤会对敌人造成寒冷伤害，先取一处水龙卷，同时呢还会消耗场上的涡流，使它们转化为额外的水龙卷。涡流和水龙卷都是汤汤在场上创造出的特殊效果。之后呢，我们也会进行详细的介绍。先说回这个水龙卷。
Her demo with Yvonne shows. I should just skip to the demo. No, I want to understand exactly how it all works. So we'll get there. Fires at enemies at close range, creates a water sprout, applying cryo infliction to enemies within range and dealing damage over time. If there are water pools nearby, which she does throw onto the field, they'll be consumed to create additional water sprouts and cause all water sprouts formed by this skill to apply art susceptibility to the enemies.
它会对范围内的敌人施加寒冷附着，并持续造成寒冷伤害。如果单次战绩形成多个水龙卷，还将额外施加法术脆弱的效果，并且根据水龙卷生。
And for those in the chat who don't understand the art susceptibility mechanic, just in case, I know a lot of you guys know, but I'm just saying this just in case. Art susceptibility is basically temporarily dealing more arts damage to the enemies. The purpose of this is to make sure that burst of damage that you're doing to the enemy in that short period of time is reaching the highest level of damage that you could possibly reach. So that's why people usually have like Gilberta on a team to use the ult and have the art susceptibility gear set. This one here, this set here adds more susceptibility. It adds more damage to the enemies that you're going to apply art susceptibility to. I need to start talking slower because my brain is moving too fast. So you want to apply art susceptibility to the enemy so that you can deal more damage to the enemy, heat, cryo, whatever. That short period of time that you use an ability that applies art susceptibility allows you to do more arts damage for that period of time. So having a character like her who can apply art susceptibility from her skill, like Ardelia.
Still waiting for something?
Ardelia's her combo skill though, right? No, it's her battle skill. So that's 2 characters now that we're gonna have that add art susceptibility off of the battle skill. So that's really good. Coffee kick again? No, it's not the coffee. I don't drink. I haven't drunk any coffee. It's just my brain moves so fast that I can't get the words out in time, and that's what causes me to stutter.
形成的数量还花一定的技力，可以说水龙卷就是汤汤在战场上发挥的关键了。当敌人被施加寒冷附着，或是受到法术爆发伤害时，就可以触发汤汤的连续技“河水助我”，一道强力水流仿佛回应了他的召唤，贯穿前方敌人，造成寒冷伤害的同时
And you can see after doing the combo skill, right? You can see the water spout on the ground, or water pool is what they're calling it. A water pool here. Now, when you want to do more of these bitches, you want to inflict as many of these combo skills to the enemy. What is the cooldown on this?
会迸射出一处涡流。如果解锁了汤汤的第一天赋肝胆相照，涡流还会使附近的敌人减速，使我方的干员获得移动速度增加。
While increasing the movement speed of the
我们希
operators
望
too.
汤汤的连续技与战技之间能够形成清晰的配合关系，战技能够提供寒冷附着，用于
Yeah. She's still a really good character. Even though the cool shit is in Rossi's kit, she is cool.
触发连接技生成涡流，而积累的涡流又可以通过下一次战技转化为水龙卷，从而获得更强的输出。
So it's like Averwinna, yeah. The same level of complexity. I need to slow down, brother. Same level of complexity that Averwinna has can be applied here too, because it's the same thing as if you're dropping down the various lances onto the ground, the thunder lances. It's the same thing. You're putting these water pools onto the ground first before you can truly execute that multiple attack, right? So it works the same way.
效果。
But see, the difference here though, Averwinna throws down multiple lances, right? She only throws down 1 water pool. So I don't think that is going to be able to do as much damage as Averwinna, but I think that just will depend on your team compositions. But yes, this has a level of complexity to it, just like Averwinna, yeah.
终结技大战家盯着呢发动时，汤汤会揭开眼罩，释放魔眼中的古老图形。在剧情中啊，也会有汤汤摘下眼罩时的表现。我们希望每次技能释放都能让大家回忆起那份决意，这也是诸多考量之后才决定了以魔眼为视觉锚点，以控制为主的一个设计。
Okay, Tangtang opens her eye patch and unleashes an Olden stare, pausing the actions of the enemy over a wide area and dealing damage. When the effect ends, a rogue wave comes crashing down and deals massive damage. If the controlled operator performs a dive attack within the area, the state will end early. Oh shit, wait. That's why they were doing the slam at the end. So you actually have control over the entire field.
及思路，在刚才提到的魔眼中的古老图形释放后，范围内的所有敌人，注意啊，包括领袖敌人，都将被封锁行动。
I thought they were just doing that. I didn't see. Okay, that's another aspect of it that's going to be cool. Yeah, she's a cryo applier, so Yvonne can solidify. Yeah.
持续受到寒冷伤害。当图形的演化结束时，会降下巨浪，对范围内的敌人造成大量寒冷伤害。如果主控干员在古老图形内进行
No, I didn't catch it. I didn't. I was paying attention to what was happening on the screen, but I wasn't reading the bottom when it was showing this section.
下落攻击，将可以提前结束图形演化，并触发巨浪的额外效果。值得一提的是，解锁汤汤的第2天赋呼风唤浪后，这一中邪技的表现将得到进一步强化。
Okay, now that makes more sense. I was like, how did they get the 3? Okay, this makes so much more sense. This is why I wanted to slow it down during the first playthrough.
在古老图形内进行下落攻击，提前结束演化时，除了巨浪伤害提升之外，汤汤还会额外生成一处水龙卷，并使场上的每一处涡流都额外形成一处水龙卷，这些水龙卷的伤害也都会获得提升。从实战角度看啊，汤汤不仅能一人成队，能够依靠自身的机制形成顺畅的技能循环， 也非常适合以输出加辅助的定位，加入寒冷附着与爆发伤害为核心的队伍中。
So is it only cryo infliction? Because if it's only cryo infliction, then we just got possibly, because she's a caster, so
I must master this power.
yeah. Last right. I haven't been building the Jaihi.
Today's dialogue and contemplation to your terminal in reverence.
I don't think Snowshine would be a good match. Maybe she is, but I'm gonna have to test some stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna have to test some stuff when we get in there. We can't forget about Estella.
Myself again. I better appreciate the break while it lasts.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to test some stuff and see how these characters can work well together. Because I haven't really been playing with them like this. Because as you can see on my account, I don't have a cryo team at all. But I am encouraged to build one now because I actually want to use Tangtang.
也就是管理员们常说的兵队。那接下来啊，我们就通过一段实战来具体看看汤汤的战斗表现吧。
And Yvonne, yeah, of course, and Yvonne.
这次我们面对的是4号谷地的最终 BOSS 白垩接位，想必大家都还记得他有一招可以飞至空中落下大量锚点，很难对付。哎，看他快要起飞了，就是现在，我们发动汤汤的终结技，直接停住他。我们现在争取到了宝贵的一些输出时间啊
That is crazy, man.
赛西和
You
别人
can
的终结技
stop her.
对 BOSS 进行一波猛烈的输出。哎，然后刚好 BOSS 此时进入了失衡状态，立刻我们使用汤汤的战技产生3个水龙卷，返还许多气力的同时，对 BOSS 造成大量的伤害，
Yeah,
同时施
last
加
right.
寒冷附着。
Literally using last right and Jaihi right here with fluorite too. I forgot fluorite also has the ability to capitalize off of cryo infliction as well with 2 stacks, right? So yeah, fluorite's a good option as well.
哈哈，到最后白垩结尾也没能再次飞上天空了。
Didn't make it into the sky again. That's
汤汤的
crazy.
战技还特别适合。
Okay. So we've talked about the 2 new characters. There's a specific thing that I saw. I'm pretty sure a lot of you saw me freaking out about it when we got there. There were field mechanics in a boss fight. Now, I really wish they wouldn't have shown this and they would have allowed me to experience this for the first time and just be surprised.
火炼进行牵制与干扰的各云翁和断云手，都会为战斗带来新的应对方式和节奏变化。
First off, those birds are going to add some frustration to a lot of players too, because the birds actually
这些敌人的出现
I don't know if they
相信
changed
都会对
anything.
管理员的编队选择与战斗策略提出新的考验。在最后，
This is the part that I'm really fucking excited about.
管理员将面对一位神秘的领袖敌人。这位敌人在狂暴状态下，管理
Now you can see there's these little blight-like bubbles around the field, right?
员的攻击较难以对其造成有效伤害。
There's these blight-like bubbles.
此时呢，单纯依靠输出或许很难解决问题，但没关系，我们还可以借助组权的力量。管理员们可以在
Administrators can collect and use the power of Geronite in
战场
combat.
中收集并利用吸氧能量，逐步破除敌人。
Oh, wait. Did one
可以
go
在战
into...
场中收集并利用吸氧能
Ah, if Geronite... Okay. This is cool. Okay, so if the Geronite reaches the bubbles, it creates an AoE that deals damage to you.
能量，逐步破除敌人的核心机制，扭转战局。
It's basically purifying the enemy. And once you purify them and these trees go away, all the little bubbles on the field go away as well.
收集并利用吸氧能量，逐步破除敌人的核心机制，扭转战局。
Yeah.
至于更
And
具
this
体
is
的
when
应
you
对
can
方
do
式
the damage
以
to
及
the
这
enemy.
场战斗中还隐藏着哪些变化，就留给各位管理员们亲自去体验了。随着
So if this works the way that I think it does, basically I think this entire phase here, I don't think you can do damage to the enemy. If I could be wrong. It might just be reduced damage, like some sort of resistance when this effect is applied to the enemy, right? But whenever you do, whatever gets rid of these trees that is corrupting the enemy here,
可以在战场中收集并利用吸氧能量，逐步破除敌人的核心机制，扭转战局。
this will allow you to do damage to the enemy. Now I don't think he explains it. It just says use
逐步破除敌人的核心机
gradually
制，扭
yeah, break down the enemy's core mechanism. So you're using Gironite to break down that mechanic in some way and turn the battle in your
扭
favor.
转战局。至于更具体的应对方式以及这场战斗中还隐藏着哪些变化，就留给各位管理员们亲自去体验了。随着
This is gonna be cool. This is gonna be cool. This is gonna be so cool. Collecting green balls attacks the tree, I guess. That could be, yeah. That could be it. I think that's actually what it showed. I did see you collect the ball.
我们还可以借助组权的力量，管理员们可以在战场中收集并利用吸氧能量，逐步破除敌人的核心机制，扭转战局。至于更具体的应对方式以及
So I'm guessing, right? The entire time you're trying to collect those balls, first you're probably waiting for those balls to manifest. And then when you collect a certain amount of those balls, it will destroy the tree for a period of time. And then you can do damage to the enemy. But I think the enemy might have an ability that summons those trees again and acts as like a possible second phase or something. But it's very possible that the story version of this boss is going to be very, very like easy to complete. It's going to be when we fight this thing in the challenge modes that I'm really excited for. Because you guys already saw when we were fighting... When we were fighting this
Whatever
dude...
comes next better be memorable.
When we were fighting this dude, and there's a whole mechanic in here that a lot of players haven't even seen because the boss is too easy. We over prepared.
Let's go. I have total faith in you all. Everyone's chipping in.
So, hold on. Gotta build up towards it. I'm not even doing shit right. I'm just so... Okay. This attack. Ardelia. I'm just trying to get him to do the ability, and then we're going to go back. Okay, I think he's going to do it now. Yep. This. That whole mechanic nobody saw simply because it's way too easy to get there, right? So adding mechanics like this where it's not necessarily based off of the damage that you're doing to the enemy, but it's actually a field mechanic, something that you have to know how to complete before you're able to press forward with doing damage to the enemy. That is going to be what differentiates this game's combat system. That is what's going to make this combat system fun. Like straight up raid mechanics. Like the boss can be like a straight up sponge, right? But if you can't get past the mechanics that they're forcing you to complete, you're never going to be able to get to the point where you can melt the enemy. Now, you may be able to do damage to the enemy, but that damage will be severely limited based off of the amount of resistance that is applied to the enemy, right?
其造成有效伤害。
So,
此时呢，单纯依靠输出或许很难解决问题。 但没关系，我们还可以借助组权的力量，管理员们可以在战场中收集并利用吸氧能量， 逐步破除敌人的核心机制，扭转战局。至于更具体的应对方式，以及这场战斗中还隐藏着哪些变化
And the other surprises hidden within this battle. You still have to be careful with that. Too many invulnerability phases and it gets annoying. I mean, that depends on the type of player you are, really. Because I'll give you like a good example, Digi. I'm a huge fan of Grand Blue Fantasy Relink and how they did their stuff. Grand Blue Fantasy Relink has a bunch of like crazy phases, like where you just have to complete a specific mechanic before you're actually able to do damage to the enemy. At least for the bosses, right? At least for the bosses. And that combat system is fun as hell. That is one of the top combat systems, period. They're already introducing miasma from ZZZ, but in a much better way. He's like, you like what you see, but there's more. In accordance from, I mean, there's certain types of players, right? There are players that like mechanics, and then there are players that just want to complete the boss. I'm not one of those people who just want to complete the boss. I want there to be. Here's the best way to say it. I prefer the Destiny raids. I like figuring out the mechanics. I like not being able to hurt the enemy until I figure out the puzzle, right? I like that stuff. But I understand why there are players that just want to go around and fight the bosses and just deal damage to them. Like, there's two different types of players. And the people who like the mechanics that force you to reduce the shields on an enemy or have a phase where you do damage to them, that's the type of player that I am. I don't like rushing into something and just killing it that quick. I mean, yeah, active invulnerability phases are okay. Invulnerability phases where you wait for the boss. Oh, no. Yeah, that's bad. That's horrible design. You don't want to wait for anything. You want to have mechanics that force you to take down the vulnerability on the boss, right? You waiting is literally just a time check. I don't like that shit. Can you survive the amount of time so that you can do damage to the enemy? I don't like that shit. I don't want to wait for anything. I want there to be stuff on the field that allow me to take that shield down on the boss and then do the damage. Or better yet, if there are players that just want to do the damage to the enemy, allow them to do that shit, but just it's going to be a little longer if you don't know how to take out the enemy, right? Like that's the thing that I think we need in the game. I prefer to learn the pattern, and some mechanics are a must sometimes, yeah. Because the thing is, we're playing an action. This is an action RPG system. As much as people, I'm one of the people who hated the fact that they went the action RPG route. All right, but the thing is, there's limitations to an action RPG and what you can do in terms of mechanics. If you just allow people, if you trust the player with all these different mechanics in a game, they're going to find a way to abuse those mechanics. So there's going to be players that find a way to take advantage of vulnerability stacks and electrification, which is allows damage shred. Like, there's going to be players that take advantage of shit like that. So if you add mechanics to the boss, the players can't take advantage of that until they figure out the pattern first. That is the important aspect of the entire building process. When you're building a boss for a game, you want to make sure there are ways for the players to figure out things first before they can do all this damage to the enemy. I'm a Path of Exile player. Exploiting mechanics is my jam. That's a lot of people. And that's okay. But I also want there to be that thing that gets in your way, right? So Digi, as a Path of Exile player, you want to be able to just go in there and fuck shit up in the fastest way possible, in ways that the developers did not anticipate. That is your goal, right? But if something's getting in your way of doing that, you're going to be trying to figure out a way to exploit that too. That's good design. That's allowing you to think. That's forcing you to think outside the box. So anything that gets in your way from completing the thing that you're trying to do, that's good design. That's forcing you, the player, to actually capitalize on the mechanics first before applying all this crazy damage that you're trying to do. Yeah, I don't mind design cannons. I just hate time checks. I don't mind time checks within a limit. I don't want time checks to be I don't want it to just be a time check. If you're going to do a time check, I want there to be mechanics involved, and I want it to be the type of time check that I don't want it to be the type of time check that forces you to wait. If that makes sense. I don't like that type of time check. I like the time checks that's like, okay, once you reach this certain amount of time, regardless, you're not going to be able to meet this specific time that you're trying to reach. If you mean time check as in you're just waiting, I don't like that shit. I'm with you 100%. I'm more of an actual RPG player. Final Fantasy 14, WoW, MMOs. You're thinking MMORPGs.
话就留给各位管理员们亲自去体验了。随着管理员们深入探索清波寨，武林工业计划也将在本次版本中迎来扩展。我们将
Yeah, this is. Oh wait, what the fuck is that? Is that a healing item? Treatment formulas? Whatever. We already talked about the factory. We talked about the combat system. We talked about the characters. We don't necessarily have to talk about the optimizations. I think we all agree it's a new battery probably, but yeah, but it says treatment on it, so it probably has something to do with healing as well. Yeah, I hear you guys. It looks like a battery, but it just, you know what I mean? Like it says treatment. So that makes me think that it's a healing item too. But yeah, for the most part, everything that we saw in this entire live stream was chef's kiss, right? Like this is nope, it's healing stuff. No, we have water treatment now as well. Ah, yeah. Okay. Thank you, Token. It's made from sewage, so I don't know. Okay, yeah. If it's water treatment for, okay, yeah, that makes sense. You're healing the, okay, yeah, that makes sense actually. That makes sense. Well, now we know. Okay, so now we're gonna get into this, right? We're gonna get into this, and we have the chat here. I want it to be seen, the reaction to this. All right. So now that we are past the launch stuff of the game, we're now heading into 1.1. This is still going to be relatively a smaller patch. They've already told us that 1.2 is the bigger patch. How are we feeling? How are we feeling for everything that we've seen? I want everyone's verdict here. Exactly how you're feeling about what we saw today. I'm hype. Good, not hyped, but good. All good, no comment. Just 5 first. Just 5 first before complaints. Very good. They're giving us a lot for the expected long wait time. Nice optimization though. Not a bad patch. Hype. Keeps things quite fresh, to be honest. Feeling great here. No 5-star. That is a disappointment, but we're just gonna have to see what they do with 5 stars moving forward. I'm optimistic, very excited, really hype. Pretty solid for me if we consider this is just a smaller patch. Hype for 1.2 might try to get Rossi. 1 to 10, how do you rate the live stream? 7.5 or 8. 7.5 or 8. If we're judging the live stream itself, okay, hold on. If we're judging the live stream itself, I'm gonna give the live stream a 9. But the content that we saw in the live stream, I'm gonna place this at like a 7.5 or 8. The live stream was great. I hope they continue this. Or the video, not live stream. The video was great. Allowing us to see. Sorry, I didn't mean to say live stream. I'm used to saying live stream. The way that they presented everything, they gave us a nice 40-minute display of all the stuff that they're working on. All the stuff that they've enhanced based off of player feedback. And then they started talking about all the new shit. They showed us this trailer that we're seeing right here. And then they started moving on to showing us how the characters work, some of the events that's coming, all of that stuff. All the stuff that we normally get in live stream format, they condensed it into a 40-minute video and delivered it to us. If they can do this for every single patch, this is the perfect format. And then for like anniversaries or big events, they can do live stream format. But I really like this. Bro, I want to know why Neferith has wings. Never mind everything else. It looks like a second form. They're not addressing all feedback and critics. I will be honest. That's kind of impossible because there's so many different types of players, right? That have different ideas. For example, there's still players that are saying they want the slowdown stuff back. They can't address that. That's not something they have, at least from what I'm seeing. That's not something they see in their vision. So it's impossible for them to address all feedback. The combat style is classic and good as Arknights. I love it, man. I love the presentation. This gave us the Arknights feel in this live stream. All of this, bro. All of this was Arknights. And this is what we need for the game. We need the constructive criticism. We need the people, as much as people hate me for saying this, we need the people who are being cautious, is what I'm going to say. We don't need negativity. We need cautious players. We need the people who are going to continuously challenge what the developers are planning to do so that we can continue getting a better game. This game is going to continue getting better as long as we don't settle. As long as we don't settle, this game will continue to get better. We need to complain to them that not enough global warming in Talos too. Oh my God. Shut up. Shut up. For real though, a live stream, I like the fact that they gave us pure info for 40 minutes with no pissing about. There was nothing. There was no wasted time. None of it was wasted. None of it was wasted. Like I'm absolutely happy with the way that they presented this entire thing. Like I am genuinely and I was doubting as much as I've been saying that I'm trying to be positive about the game and trust Hypergryph. I was doubting it a little bit because after a few weeks of playing the same thing, you start to wonder, do they really have a good idea for this game? And you start to, worry a little bit. But I'm happy with the way things turned out for this video, not live stream video, and I'm very pleased with the direction it's going in. So this confirms that the game will continuously be getting better because this is a small patch and they're already adding more mechanics to it. The boss that we're about to fight already has more mechanics to it. The combo skill system with Rossi, they're already adding more mechanics to the combo system. I'm excited. They also said you can place AIC stuff outside of the core AIC factory, but never told more about it. Yeah, they probably just want us to see it because it's probably harder to explain than to just see, right? They also didn't show any edge space stuff. I'm curious if they have any edge space secrets in there, right? It could just be more of the same, but there's a possibility they could have some secrets in there. Concern and doubt is not wrong. Expressing it with BS is with a BS way is the problem. That's kind of subjective because for me, as long as someone has the as long as someone is expressing their discontent with the game in a way that is informative, I'm happy with that. Um, yeah, I don't like people who just pointlessly bitch. And pointlessly bitching is just I don't like this. This isn't good for the game and not explaining things that can improve the game. Um and I'm one of those people who's very much open to seeing someone disagree with my opinion if they have an actual full opinion of their own. I think I see what this is. You're using the big guy to kill all the smaller guys. I see what it is. Yeah. In my opinion, gotcha game of the year. I'm not going to go that far yet. I'm not going to go that far yet. I love Arknights, but I'm going to be very realistic and very critical when needed. I want to see where they're at with 1.5. Then we can start talking about gotcha game of the year. Yeah, it's only the start of March. Give it some time. Yeah, the game released in January. It's only the start of March. I'm very much holding on to my like strong opinions right now. The story isn't the best at pacing, in my honest opinion. I think this. I've said this before. The beginning of the story is mid. But I think they're just giving us a. I don't think their strong suit is introducing a story. Because I felt this way with Arknights, and this is why I originally was like, okay, the story ain't cool, the gameplay isn't for me. And when I came back to the game later, that's when I started loving the game. I just don't think they're good at starting a story. So I think once we start getting characters on the field and specific locations out there, and they got the solid foundation of the story, that's when you're gonna start seeing stuff ramp up. The cost of things is gonna start improving. Like what I mean by cost of things is like the repercussions of the specific things that we're seeing at the very beginning is going to start gradually getting higher and higher. So yeah, I think over time is when we're gonna start to see the Arknight storytelling, I guess is the way to say it. Um, but we just kind of have to see, right? Every gotcha game have that generic start and story. Um, I have a rebuttal for that. Path of Nowhere. That game was not a generic start, in my opinion. It was a very different start to a story. It had twists and turns and things that you wouldn't expect. It's not one of the most popular games, but it shows that good story can be at the very beginning of a game. I just don't think that Hypergriff is good at starting stories for their gotcha games, right? Do you think they'll go for a grim story considering it's a Chinese game? Yes. I do think it's going to be. So I have an idea of where they're going with the story, and this is based off of the previous beta test, of course. But I think they dialed it back. So the original Arknights Endfield technical test was much deeper into the blight. The blight was everywhere. It was already corrupting everything, right? And it kind of seemed like the administrator woke up in the middle of the blight just taking over, right? I think what they did was they took that story back and decided to show us the blight progressing so that we have the answers to why the blight got that way, how the blight is going to continuously get worse, and we're going to witness all of this and the downfall of these various different regions because of the blight. And at the same time, the Angeloi and all this other stuff, right, is also playing into all of this. So I think right now we're seeing the happy side of Talos 2. And I think over time, we're going to see the Blight slowly corrupting things, making enemies more aggressive, turning enemies into things that weren't originally, like, just mindless enemies, kind of like how we saw those units. I think they were reunion units, corrupted reunion unit. No, they weren't reunion. I think you guys know what I'm talking about. The ones with the stones poking out of them in Arknights. Mephisto's undead walker things. Yeah. Um, like I think over time we're gonna start seeing the Blight corrupt specific people and things, and we're gonna start seeing characters wielding ether, taking advantage of some of these things, right? Like I'm thinking the game is gonna go in a very dark direction, but it's just gonna take time. It's gonna take a lot of time. A lot of time. Um, Neverith might actually win as of now, since Zhang eats away at her own flesh, while Neferith is at her strongest. Yeah. I mean, the best that they could do is properly convey the stakes so that we all know what's wrong with this world and what the administrator's role in fixing it is. And then in some aspect of it, show that the administrator had a part in the world becoming like this in some way, right? Like this, of course, this is me making stuff up, but this shows the stakes, right? What if Neferith becomes playable? I already assume that she's going to be. I don't think this is just the way that I'm seeing it right now. Okay. I'm not sure if this is actually a thing. I think all the characters on Neferith's side that they're showing are eventually going to be playable characters, and eventually they might even be a part of what we're like. We may even join them, or they may join us. I don't think they're necessarily the big bad guys. I don't think we're there yet. The big bad guys have not been introduced, I don't think. I don't think they're trying to save Talos. I don't think that. I think they have their own motivations and goals, but I don't think they're trying to save Talos. Like that, I think that's just wrong. Um, if you're right, you're right, but I don't see it that way. But yeah, do you want a character like Frost Nova, like sacrificed? I would like to see characters die, yes. Because there's a reason why Frost Nova means so much to us as a character, because of the way the story was told, the way that they had added importance to that character, gave us a reason to care about the character, and then kind of got rid of her. If she was just another character that we pulled for, I don't think we would care as much as we care now. I don't. Or they're just playing the role of a necessary evil, speeding things along so that they can adapt to bigger evil, like you said. Maybe you could be right. Like you 100% could be right. Like there are various different aspects to this to the storytelling that they could go in terms of like the route, right? But we just have to wait and see what that looks like. Um I have an opinion about that. I know it's not the favorable opinion, doctor. But I think there are characters that they should just leave alone. It would be cool to have a Frost uh a character that kind of looks like Frost Nova, but I don't want it to be a reconvener. Like just kind of referencing the character, but not necessarily like having this be a reconvener of Frost Nova. I don't want that to be a thing. I think there are characters that you just don't touch. Do you think they're being controlled by the doctor or priestess? No, I don't. I think this is completely separate from that kind of storyline. I don't want the story to be gathering waifu story. I want a dark, grim story that art. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm okay with them adding some fun slice of life kind of like shit in it. But I want there to be stakes, and I want those stakes to be high, and I want there to be risks involved, and those risks to have consequences, and those consequences to be realized. I want the administrator to have limits to the point where um the the characters cannot succeed in certain aspects of it. Um, yeah, yeah. An easy way to reference Frost Nova, having the Rhodes Island medicine named after her added in infield. I mean, there's various ways that they can reference. It doesn't necessarily have to be a character we even play. Like there could be an NPC that's, I guess, within a bloodline that kind of just makes her look like Frost Nova. Like there's so many different ways they can do stuff like that. Yeah. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna end it here. Um, thank you guys for joining me for this. For those who came in here thinking that this was the official live stream, once again, I apologize. I'm not gonna change the name right away because I actually have to think about a proper name so I convey what I was trying to convey with the Gryphline part. But once I figure out that name, I'll change it and avoid this from happening again. But for the people who are new here, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I hope you subscribe. I hope you continue to come through. We're all about having fun here. This isn't just another gacha channel. This is a channel that's in love with the IP. Like I love Arknights, and I want to continue expressing that love through the game. So thank you guys for joining me, even if it's your last time here. I appreciate it. And when the new update goes live, I will be here. Alrighty. Thank you for coming through. I will see you guys in the next one. You all have a wonderful day. Stay healthy, stay safe, stay chaotic. Also, I am in the process of moving. So yeah, if you guys don't see me do the story stream soon, just understand, and I will do it as soon as I possibly can, okay? As soon as I possibly can. I promise. I promise. I'm not leaving you guys hanging, okay? Love you guys. Peace out.